Hey, it's Brian with Off-Road Essentials. Just want to give you guys a quick update on the Jeep. Have it lifted. I did not do a video on the lift kit install. Kind of didn't think about it till the lift kit was already on, but it is lifted. A few more things to get it ready for the Rubicon this year, but kind of want to give you an update of where I am. All right, so here's the Jeep all lifted. Went with 3-inch Synergy springs. Went with Fox Mopar shocks. Rubicon Express drop-down brackets, and a Synergy track bar. A couple more things I'm gonna do before I take it on the Rubicon are Artec truss. I also have an Artec CAD skid to protect the central axle disconnect that's hanging down there. I also need to do some inner fenders. Looks pretty good as it sits. I don't want to really go any higher than that, and I do want to get all the amount of flex I have, the ability to, but took it and kind of tested a little bit and actually ripped some of the plastic trees out and bent this part of the inner fender out. So I do need to do some inner fenders. I'm looking at either Moto-Built or Artec aluminum inner fenders. And then I got to figure out what I want to do with the fender flares. If I want to just trim them and leave them on there, leave the factory ones with the aluminum inners, or if I want to do some aftermarket fender flares as well. On the rear part of it, also match the front with the 3-inch Synergy springs and Fox Mopar shocks. Not a whole lot really going on in the rear. Still have the factory track bar in the factory location. Seems to do all right. Not much going on underneath the Jeep as of right now. Also looking at engine skid plates and transmission skid plates. As far as the gas tank skid plate, I think the stock one is pretty stout for now. I'll leave it alone until either dent it or have an issue with it, but I think it'll be all right. Transfer case skid plate I think is decent, has a decent amount of material on it, and it looks pretty stout for the kind of wheeling I'm going to do with this. Only thing I may be worried about is the cross member. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough in the long run, but for now it'll be all right. Don't really plan on doing any really hard wheeling. As you kind of see in the garage, I do have a buggy build in progress that'll do anything that I want to do actually extreme. Only reason I have this Jeep as far as wheeling is for family Rubicon trips and some of the lighter, easier trails that I really don't need a full-on buggy for. A little bit of a close-up to these Rubicon Express drop-down brackets. Lowers the actual mounts for both upper and lower control arms. Just helps keep the steering, or I should say front axle geometry, a little bit lower, a little bit flatter. Helps it drive a whole lot better, I believe. Don't really lose a whole lot of ground clearance, and what you do lose, I think you gain in on-road performance. But very happy with the install of those. Fit and finish is pretty darn good. Looking around underneath here, definitely need to do an engine oil pan skid plate and then transmission pan skid plate. I've seen quite a few people bend these factory cross members, and I don't want to have any issues on the trail. So I'm still looking at which ones I like. Comment below your favorite. Right now I'm looking at an Artec skid plate, but I also believe Moto-Built makes a pretty nice one for the 2 liters. A lot of options for the 3.6, but not nearly as many for the 2 liter, so I'm kind of limited there, but need to find something before this summer's Rubicon trips. The more I kind of crawl around here, the more I see some neat things. First time I've seen that. I'm sure most people know about it, but kind of a neat little addition that I had not seen before.